What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Gridiron Buzz. I am your host, Daniel, and this is your co-host, Scott.
How's everybody
and
doing?
We are in Super Bowl mode. How about that,
Super
guys?
Bowl!
How about that?
Thank God.
So we finally made it to the big game of the year, and one team that we support is in the Super Bowl. Ain't that amazing?
Somewhat.
Anyways, it's against the Philadelphia Eagles will be taking on the Kansas City Chiefs this Sunday in New Orleans to see who wins the Super Bowl 59. Wowzy. Scott, what's your input on the game?
Going off our picks, Daniel's 4-1 through the playoffs, and I'm 5-0. 5-0 through the playoffs.
Oh, look at that.
I got some statistics for you for the game. I'll give you some heads up for the game right now, as long as I have them written down. Let's see. Yes, I do.
Oh,
right,
would you look at
go.
that?
Here's a good one. First one. Kansas City has not given up a 100-yard rusher in the last 18 playoff games. That's pretty good. Teams that wear the non-white jerseys are 4-16 in the last 20 Super Bowls. So,
but there's a but to that.
There's no but.
There's a but to that. The Eagles are one of the teams that actually win not wearing the white jerseys.
Yeah, the Eagles are one of the teams that did win. So, and the last one is Pat Mahomes against Fangio's defense. He's 8-0. Fangio's 0-8 against Patrick Mahomes. Also, Patrick Mahomes against the number one rated defense in the Super Bowl, I believe, is 3-0. 3-0 against the number one defense. So that's a couple stats. But also a stat for the Eagles, Ron Torbert, whatever his name is, a ref. The Eagles are undefeated with him in the regular season. So there's a positive sign for the Eagles. So there we go.
Yep. Couple more stats for you. This is only the second time since 1970 that the league's leading rusher, being Saquon Barkley, has made it to the Super Bowl, and the last team to do that was the Cowboys with Emmitt Smith, and they won that year. So there is a couple stats that are against the Eagles, and there's also some stats that are for the Eagles. So, you know what team I'm hoping wins. As you can see,
I think the Eagles are a loose team.
Eagles
I think they're playing very loose.
Hanging up behind me.
I think Mahomes is. I think Kansas City also play loose, but I just don't see Kansas City moving the ball consistently up and down the field. So,
not only that, but you know how hard it is to three-peat. I mean, it's in the NFL. It hasn't been done in the Super Bowl era.
They're there for the final game, so give them some credit for that. New England did it, but New England lost to the Eagles in the middle. So,
Yep. And the NFC hasn't won a Super Bowl in a little bit either, as a conference. The last team to do it was the Rams when they won it a couple of years ago. So the NFC is due for a Super Bowl win.
I thought Tampa Bay won it after the Rams.
I thought they won it before the Rams.
No, I think they won it after. Because it was the Rams and yeah, maybe it was after. Maybe it was the year after.
Yeah, because when the Rams won, wasn't it like the worst 13-9 or something? Low scoring game? Or was that the year?
Yeah, it was like 13-10 or something like that.
Yeah, some super low scoring.
Bengals Rams was like 13-10 or 17-13, 2017, something like that.
Yeah, you guys understand what we're saying. It's a couple Super Bowls ago, but the NFC is due, considering the Chiefs have won the last two, being against the 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. But another cool thing to know is it took the Eagles 2 times to beat Brady, so there's that for you. And then,
He also played for like 30 years, so, there you go.
That's true. That is definitely true. Let's move into our pick of the week. Scott, we have the same pick. Go ahead and announce it for
I'm
us.
going to go with the Eagles plus 1.5 or plus 2.5. I haven't decided yet. I think the line may move towards the Eagles. May move up a little bit before the game starts for some reason, just because if you live in the Jersey, Philadelphia area, they're still talking highly of Kansas City for some reason. All over the stations they're talking about Kansas City, 3P, blah blah blah. I don't see Kansas City blowing out anybody, to be truthfully honest. I mean, the last 10 Super Bowls in New Orleans, 7 have actually been blowouts, and I think 3 have been very close. So, take that for what it's worth, but we'll see what happens. I think the Eagles defense comes up big, hopefully with a couple stops and hopefully a couple turnovers by Kansas City. Whoever turns the ball over is probably going to lose the game. So, that's what it's going to come down to. And I don't
Yep.
see Eagles have a difference maker. They have Saquon Barkley. They didn't have him. Jalen Hurts hasn't turned the ball over yet in the playoffs. They're just playing pretty amazing right now. So, kudos to them. I mean, kudos to the Chiefs for making it back. I mean, they beat some good teams too. I mean, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, not sure if you guys watched last night's NFL awards, but Josh Allen MVP. That's pretty cool.
I love the
Um,
speech. The speech was really good too.
yeah,
So
very good
I
speech.
can't
Very
see
good
Lamar
speech.
Jackson giving a speech like that. And everybody that says Lamar Jackson deserved it, first off, Lamar Jackson had one of the best backs in the league, even at his age. And he had 2 stellar tight ends to start the season and a stellar wide receiver in Zay Flowers. Josh Allen didn't have
Yep.
any of that. James Cook came out
Yep.
of
Yep. Yep.
nowhere
Yep.
this year,
Yep.
played excellent. And their wide receivers even stepped up. And the Buffalo will be back again. So, there's a lot of trades are going to happen in the offseason too. So we'll see what
Oh
happens.
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, speaking of trades, I'm sure you saw it because I sure saw it. Miles Garrett
Mm-hmm.
requested a trade.
He
He
should
wants to
have.
go to a winning
He
team.
should have did that
Is
years ago. So
yeah.
Cleveland's been I hate to say it, they've been an all time loser. So it's nothing out of the ordinary. Signing Deshaun Watson for
They've
all that
had their
money and
moments though.
all his lawsuits and everything, the owner feels like a moron. So it's unfortunate, but same old story in Cleveland. Baker Mayfield when he was there looked stellar, super, and then he fell off, and then he went to a winner, and showed he could win there. So, but
Yeah.
you leave Cleveland, I
Yeah.
think you're better off. But we'll see where he lands.
Exactly. Exactly. And
A lot of teams have a lot of money out for payroll coming up too.
oh
So
yeah. Oh yeah.
cap money, a lot of cap money.
Another
So
thing that happened yesterday, owner of the Chicago Bears, Virginia, had
it's
passed
unfortunate. Yeah,
away. Yeah, 102 years old, and she was born in the 1920s. So that's
they paid $500 for the Bears, and it was still the original owners from the Bears. They paid
yeah.
$500 for that team, just like the Giants in Pittsburgh. I think they paid under $3,000 for those two teams, and they're still owned by the original owner's parents, but the sons own it now. But that's keeping it in the family right there. I mean, that's not selling off to anybody. So
Yeah, condolences to the family.
yep.
We understand it, you know. Um, but yeah, back to the Super Bowl. Hopefully the NFC can bring it home is what we want.
You have any
Um,
prop bets you like at all during the game, or what?
there's not really. I looked a little bit at them. They're
Nothing.
kind of they're kind of iffy. Scott, tell us some of the prop bets you like, since you're
I
big
like
into the prop bets. So
Well, I like Devontae Adams, probably over 50 or 60 yards receiving, 5 plus.
Devontae Smith, you mean?
Yes, Devontae Smith plus five plus receptions. I like Dallas Goddard, 6 plus receptions, 50 plus yards. I was going to take Jalen Hurts 40 yards rushing, but that seems I don't know, maybe too much. But he could always get one long run too. Saquon's yards are they still think he's going to get over 100. So if he gets over 100, I don't think the Eagles lose. So, I mean,
We hope not, at least. I mean, the only one I was really looking at that shocked me was AJ Brown to score a touchdown or something was like plus 130.
Well, I mean,
So,
Devontae Smith tore up Kansas City every time they played him. So
mhm.
I think he's going to have a big game regardless of anything. Jalen Hurts may not have to throw the ball though. If Saquon does what he can, they may jump out to a 14-0
What
lead
he's
like
been
to
doing
start the
at
game.
least.
I mean, and then they could just
Exactly.
run the clock. Run the clock out or keep Mahomes off the field. Keep Mahomes buried at like the
Exactly.
3 or 4 yard their own 3 or 4 yard line, and that'll just their defense will ears back and get them. So I mean, that's what I hope to see. But
Mhm.
it's all different come Super Bowl Sunday. So it's in a dome, and the over under's dropping. So but I don't know. I really would like to see the Eagles win. I like to see Jalen Hurts win a Super Bowl because he's played his game all season long just with Saquon, and everybody's judged him
Yep.
and said he's a poor player, blah blah blah, because he's not passing for 250 to 300 yards a game, and can't do that when you have a 200 yard
Star
rusher,
at running
200
back.
yard
Yep.
rusher a game. You're going to throw for 125 to 150 yards because the running back's going to score 3 touchdowns. That's 21
Exactly.
points on the board. Well, maybe only 18 because Elliott really stinks the bed this year, and if he stinks the bed in the Super Bowl, he's gone. Ugh. The kicker, Jake
Yeah.
Elliott, he shit the
Well,
bed. He missed 2 against the Rams, almost cost him the game. So,
well, we can only hope that the Philadelphia Eagles will bring it back to Philadelphia, and we can say we beat Brady and Mahomes is what we want to hear.
yep,
But guys, that's really all from us this week.
yep.
We
Best
hope
of luck, everyone.
yep. We hope we have a great Super Bowl. Hopefully the Eagles win. I know most of the United States would like the Philadelphia Eagles to win because they're tired of seeing the Kansas City Chiefs. So, uh,
On that note, we'll see you later. Have a good one,
see you
everyone.
later, guys. Go
Bye.
Birds.